We're in the Healthy Happy Hour kitchen. Glad to have you along this Wednesday afternoon. We're live, of course. Yeah, Debbie and I are here. Hey, Debbie.
Hey.
Oh, by the way, somebody said they love the way I call you sweetheart. So hello, sweetheart.
Hello.
Or sometimes it's baby doll. You just never know.
That's right.
But anyway, today we're making peri peri pork. I'll tell you about that a little more in a moment. And also roasted root veggies. And we're going to steam some broccoli too. So first of all, the veggies are going to take longer than everything else. So let's go ahead and get the veggies in. And I put these veggies, I went ahead and peeled them. No need for you to watch me peel, but I put them in some lemon water, just some lemon juice and water, just to keep them from tarnishing and turning. So we'll get those out of there. This is, of course, a turnip. There is a rutabaga. Here are radishes. And I normally put parsnips in this. Could not find parsnips. Oops, got one escapee there, sweetie. I asked them at the grocery store, and they said they didn't know exactly what was going on. Let's see, where'd that radish go? There it is, and I am going to
go wash him.
Make it super clean.
Make him wash him.
Yeah, I could have just dunked him in that water I had there, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's the radishes, so we're going to get those ready to go. And I've also got a beet. This is just a regular old beet, and I'm going to take the beet. I didn't want to fix it ahead of time because it will run and it will get red all over everything. Go ahead and take the beet and just go ahead and peel it right now. Beets are a very soft tissue veggie, so they're kind of difficult they don't stand up well. They want to buckle underneath your.
How to use them in a hurry?
Do what?
You have to use them in a hurry?
No, it's just that it's. See how soft it is?
Oh, yeah.
This peeling wants to go under the knife.
Oh.
So you have to kind of push on it a little bit. And
Melinda Roletter is watching.
Melinda, hey, how are you doing? I guess there's no racing this weekend, man. We thought we was going to have racing last weekend, and that sort of kicked the bucket. So nothing really happening much this weekend either. By the way, that James Foster Memorial race has been rescheduled for mid-November, the one that was supposed to be last weekend, so they've got that scheduled. And Toccoa's big race, that's been rescheduled for not this weekend, but the following weekend. So some changes have been made to the schedule this week. So I would suggest you always check your local track to find out. Winder Bear, of course, is going to be racing this weekend, so lots of things happening there. It is the Roger Cooper Memorial, by the way. That's a big deal at Winder. Okay, so I'm going to take my my Nakari knife, and I'm going to cut these in, I don't know, just rustic, just rustic cutting them. Love beets. Oh man, I am a beet fan, especially pickle beets. Oh yeah, I could eat pickle beets all day long. Okay, so these are going to go in. This is going to be my little pan that I'm going to put in the air fryer. I like to do these in the air fryer. And these are just radishes. I'm just putting the radishes in half. The veggies take about 20 minutes to cook. Honestly, that's about 10 minutes longer than what it takes the pork loin to cook. Can you believe that? So while we got these going, I'm going to go ahead and do look how red my hands are from that beet. Should have had gloves on. I'm going to go ahead and get my burners turned on for my grill. If you were here with the program last week, you know that grilling outside did not work well for us because it was too hot and the phone kept cutting off. So tonight we're not doing that. We're grilling inside. All right, this is a rutabaga. It's a half a rutabaga, and honestly, it was a small rutabaga. Usually they're large. And so I'm going to take them, and again, just rustic, maybe a 3/4, half-inch chunks.
Bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, just nice chunk-sized pieces. The rutabaga, it probably will take the longest to cook of anything else. So we want these to cook a good 20 minutes. So we'll take the rutabaga and we'll put it in here. And then we'll take our turnip. And I like to cut it down the middle. It's a lot easier to do that. And then start chopping up right there.
It's about the density of the rutabaga.
It's a little softer. You can tell when you cut through it, but yes, density-wise, you would think that a rutabaga is part of the turnip family, but it's actually part of the cabbage family, and I haven't figured that out yet. That's kind of weird. Really. I would not consider that part of the cabbage family, but that's what they do. So Turnips cook fairly quickly, so we can leave those chunks a little longer. And I'm not using my little handy mincy thing for my onion because I want the chunks to be bigger. So I want some good sized onion chunks in there too. So we got that going on. And I found this at Hobby Lobby. This is the coolest thing. I got this last week. You know, I always have trouble getting the
Paper.
the paper off there. And this is a garlic peeler. And check that out. It comes out and the paper just comes right off of it. So I'm just throwing a few cloves of garlic in there too. Again, this is root vegetables for the most part.
And you got it at Hobby Lobby?
I got it at Hobby Lobby at 99 cents.
Yeah.
99 cents at Hobby Lobby. Check that out. Isn't that just neat? I mean, it's just clean as a whistle when they come out of there. Who would have ever known it? I saw that thing and I thought, what in the world could that little tube be? And honestly, when I was reaching for it, I thought, I wonder if this is something to do with garlic. And sure enough, it is. And man, I have gotten garlic underneath my fingernails so many times.
Why does everything have to hit the floor?
Everything hits the floor. So let me wash everything off.
Well, you're finished with it, aren't you?
Good grief, honey. I don't know what's going on here with me.
I have to end up cleaning the floor up after every show.
By the way, we are embarking on this new travel agency thing now, and we're learning so much. So excited about what's happening there. I've been in learning all week long, and got some really good things to share with people. Matter of fact, we got a cruise booked already for the Western Caribbean. That's coming up in June, and you do not have to be a race fan to go. No, anybody can go on it, even though it is mostly a lot of racing folks that are going to be on it.
Daniel Marchman is on.
Oh, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Glad to have you here. So now I've got this ready to go in. Is that all the, yeah. Halfway through, I'm going to put some tomatoes. I know they're not root vegetables, but I'm going to put some tomatoes in just because I like to do that. So I've got to set my timer here. I want this to run 20 minutes at 400 degrees, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And I'm going to just do that number right there, a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt. And then we're going to make a balsamic reduction, a balsamic glaze to go on this. So this is going in the old, not all salt got out. There we go. This is going into my, I'm going to put it about that height. I want these to get a little bit charred, so we're going to put it about that height. And at 10 minutes, we're in for 20. At 10 minutes till, we are going to put the tomatoes in and just kind of work everything up. Here's the secret to good pork loin. Brine it in pickle juice.
Pickle juice, like dill pickle juice?
Dill pickle juice, yes. It's amazing how tender. Well, Debbie and I have had some pork chops the last couple of days, and they have made such a difference by putting them in the dill pickle juice. So I'm going to, I brined this for maybe an hour and a half, something like that, not an extremely long time. Now, I've already gone in and pulled off the silver skin. That's that gristly part that's on there, so I've already taken care of that. So I'm going to turn that like that, and I'm going to let that just sit there for a couple of minutes. Because we're now going to make our peri peri seasoning.
Dylan Kinsey is what?
Who?
Dylan Kinsey.
Dylan, hey man. This is a special bird's eye chili pepper. This is a secret to peri peri chicken. Peri peri pork. You can do chicken, you can do shrimp, but this is a seasoning. This seasoning, the term is Swahili. It's from Africa. And it means pepper, pepper. That's their word, peri peri. It's pepper, pepper. It's got 3 or 4 different kinds of pepper in it. None of it's hot. So that's the bird's eye chili peppers. Yeah. Here is some minced garlic. That is going in. And that's dry. That's actually dried minced onion. Here's a little bit of monk fruit sweetener. I'll make sure we get all this in there. This is oregano. That is paprika. That is, actually that was garlic powder. That's paprika. This is some cumin. And here is something else, onion powder. So all that's going in there together. And we are going to just mix this up. if I can figure out how to do this. I've got it backwards. Okay, so there we go.
This?
I don't. I've already used that.
Okay.
Okay, something is not working properly. Am I plugged in? Yes, I am. I don't feel like I've got this on there correctly. Maybe I'm supposed to go. Oh, it's going to go from that angle. This is just a mini food processor. I just use it for spices, and remember when I did the pad thai, I used it for the peanuts. So all I'm doing is just combining everything. Breaking it down about 30 seconds or so, and I'll get ready to put that on the pork here in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to get this going right here too. This is going to be my balsamic reduction. This is nothing more than just balsamic vinegar. It's going to go in, and once it comes to a boil, I'm going to put this monk fruit sweetener in and sweeten it up. If you buy the balsamic glaze at the grocery stores, it winds up having way too much sugar in it, so we don't want to do that. Okay.
Barry Thornton is watching.
Who?
Barry Thornton.
Barry Thornton. Oh, man, good old race car driver. I've known Barry for a lot of years. All right, we're going to cut this in about 3/8" medallions. And I need to be using this knife for this. This is my meat knife. Yeah, I got separate knives for everything. And then we're just going to put that pepper on there. These are going to go about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes each side. They're going to go pretty fast. Everything is done in stages today. You can see we got to get the broccoli in here in just a minute while our grill pan is heating up. And do you think that our smoke alarm is going to come on today?
Probably.
Smoke alarm came on at one show we had. We couldn't get it to go off.
Well, it keeps popping up slow connection, so we apologize if it's a slow connection, but it's the heat from the stove, I think.
Okay, so I'm going to put I've got this going, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Should not use my scissors for that, but I'm going to do this number right here and get my broccoli going. Again, steamed broccoli is so good. And Debbie likes it, but she likes it al dente. She likes it
cooked.
Yeah, cooked, smushed, soft, whatever you want to call it.
Not al dente.
And that's hot over there, if anybody's asking.
Really, that grill? Yeah,
everything is hot. Ow! This steam is hot here. It's killing me, sweetheart.
Oh no!
All right, so we got that going. The lid's hot, so the lid's going to go back on. All right, so that's going to do its thing. This can go in the bin. All right, so now I'm going to lay all these out. Make a nice little continuum of these. Hey, Big Champ Racing Show tomorrow night. We're going to be back at Moogie's. Love going to Moogie's, and that's going to be fun tomorrow night. So we're looking forward to that. Thought it was going to be in studio, but found out it wasn't.
Okay, so all these spices are going.
All right, so all the spices. This is Peri Peri spices. Again, if you just like this video, I will send you the recipe. So I want to just kind of push those in a little bit like that. And I'm going to turn them over and do the same. That's why I pushed it in, so it would adhere to the inside. So I want to turn it over and see if we can get some more of this peri peri on the inside of that. Now the peri peri, you can keep this for quite a while. It will last if you want to put it in a sealed jar. I would recommend putting it in the fridge just so it doesn't lose its flavor too much. But this is good stuff. Sweet, so good. And let me wipe this off, sweetheart. I think I've already done this enough, but just in case, let's do that.
Start a fire.
Let's not start a fire. We're trying not to. And you hear that sizzle? That's always a good thing. This only have to go, like I said, about 3 minutes on each side. And one tenderloin, you can buy tenderloins either in 18-ounce packs or 27-ounce packs. This was a 27-ounce pack. Probably for Debbie and me, an 18-ounce pack would have been sufficient. But I wanted some leftovers. So.
Debbie Hornick is watching?
Debbie Hornick. She got some race car driver boys. That's for darn sure. No question about that.
Glad to see somebody else is named Debbie.
Yeah.
You don't hear that name very often anymore.
Nope, it's not as common as it used to be. All right, so I'm going to wash this cutting board right quick. And just let it sit there and drain off.
Is boiling.
What? Oh, yeah.
Glaze.
Yeah, the balsamic is boiling. It's got to boil about 6 or 7 minutes. It's got to reduce. So I want it to reduce down so it'll be a thick glaze. What did I do with my tongs? Put it off. Here they are right here. Meantime, we are 12 minutes on our roasted vegetables, so we're going to go over and do something with them here in just a minute. So while this peri peri is cooking, I'll tell you a little bit about this. Huh?
Cherie's watching.
Cherie, hey Cherie. While this is cooking, let me tell you a little bit about. By the way, I know 2 Cheries that spell your name the same way, Cherie. Cherie Robbins in Montana, a good friend of mine in Optavia, spells hers the same way. Her husband is very well known. He is America's Ninja Warrior. He is the oldest person to have competed and won American Ninja Warrior, and he's back doing it again this year, over 50. Anyway, every time I see Cherie, she says, I'm amazed that you know my name. Everybody thinks I'm just Eric's wife. So anyway, that's another Cherie that I know. Also, peri peri is very popular in Cambodia, Vietnam, and Thailand right now. This spice blend is really popular there. So you'll see a lot of Far Eastern recipes that use the peri peri. And look at that. I mean, it's just grilling up perfect. You know, sometimes there's one of the restaurants we go to in Cabo San Lucas and Cozumel where they bring a hot stone out. And literally, they bring a hot stone and they give you these little pieces of raw meat. And you put it on the hot stone and cook it at your table. And that is the peri peri pork. That is the Asian restaurant. Remember the Asian restaurant that we go to often? Yeah, so if you want to go to Cozumel and you want to go to the Asian restaurant, just go online to yellowhatdude.com and hit the travel tab, and we can make it happen. As Chicago said, we can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen.
Okay.
All right, so let's go over here and look at our veggies. Why do we not have lights on in here, sweetheart?
I don't know.
We did not turn the lights on tonight.
Lighting was not my department.
Yeah, it was my department. Okay, so see, these are starting to get really, really nice. Mm-hmm. So they're going to do that, and we're going to put these grape tomatoes in. And one thing I forgot to do that I always like to do, this is one of my favorite, this Creole seasoning. The balsamic glaze is going to make this sweet, and this is giving it a little bit of spice. Not hot, but a little bit of spice. So I want to put just a little bit of that Creole seasoning in there. I use it on fish. I use it on chicken. I use it on everything. I love it. And it's that, what is that? Tony's. Tony's seasoning. So we're going to let that go. And in the meantime, the peri peri is doing magnificently. Peri peri looks very, very good, does it not?
The broccoli looks good.
Yeah. So we can turn all these down a little bit. I think we got enough heat going. This is, the balsamic is doing well. All right, it's time to put in my monk fruit sweetener. That's 2 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. And that's going to thicken it up a bit too. That is going to go onto the roasted vegetables. We're just going to pour that right over the top of it. So that's going to do well there. Let me get my spoon rest is being used, but I'm going to get it here anyway. I tell you what, that pepper is, I just just took a raw taste of it. It is so good, just a tiny bit of heat. I think you're going to be okay with it. But it's very sweet. It has a really sweet taste. You know, it had monk fruit sweetener in it instead of sugar. Again, I'm finding a way to take these regular meals and make them healthy. That's our whole goal in doing this, is taking a regular recipe and make it healthy for you so you can have it when you go out to have somebody over. And honestly, sometimes we take these healthy dishes to places for members of the Elks Lodge, and we'll take like our buffalo cauliflower, and people say they prefer it to chicken wings. It gets gone in no time flat.
Much better for you.
Oh, yeah, it's so much better for you, and it's tasty. I'm going to let that sit over the center there just a little bit.
Melinda Rowetter?
Melinda, again, yeah.
Oh, did I already say that?
I think she told us last week she's Josh's grandmother. I believe, Melinda, didn't you say you're Josh's grandmother? Did y'all come to my show that night? I think y'all did. That was one that we had at the Mexican restaurant. That's before we started going to movies.
She's asking, where do you find the Peri Peri?
Peri Peri, you may have to order it online. You can find other things that are similar. Quite honestly, I couldn't find Peri Peri, so I bought this mother-in-law's gochujang Korean seasoning.
Chili blade.
Yeah, I just used something else because I could not find. It's still made out of bird's eye peppers. It just has a little different blend to it. But I bought this. Our program is sponsored by Quality Foods. Quality Foods doesn't have this. I had to get this at a specialty spice shop. So, but anyway, check out Quality Foods for the pork tenderloin, for the balsamic vinegar, for the broccoli, for all of the veggies. They've got them all at Quality Foods, Town Plaza Shopping Center in Tacoma. Great sponsor. Been with me a long time now.
Linda says he's my son.
Your son. Okay. I was confused, Melinda. I'm sorry. But anyway, Josh is a great talent. I'm always excited when I see that he's hit victory lane. That's a cool thing. Sweetie, let's see how
Turn your grill off.
I did.
So we don't have a...
Yeah, I want to see how the broccoli
situation.
is doing. Let's see where we are with the broccoli. I can just set that right there. Oh, that broccoli is good and soft, just like you like it. I'm going to put a little salt on the broccoli. I'm going to turn it off first. And I like to put just a little lemon juice in there, just to cut that tang just a little bit. Speaking of tang, we're watching an old Frasier where he was talking about John Glenn and his tang.
His tang.
Yeah, as an astronaut. And that, by the way, I am not a purist. That is not fresh squeezed lemon juice. I got it out of the bottle. Sometimes we have to do things like that because that's just the way life is. Oh, you're going to love this, sweetie. This is just perfect for you. All right, my glaze is coming along well. I think the veggies are just about done. You know, people talk about dinner meals having to take, how's it like slaving over the stove? This has been less than 30 minutes from the time I started prep until it's completely done. And a lot of this prep you can do in advance. So it is not a difficult. Oh, that's getting nice and thick. Let's see what we got over here. We got about 4 minutes to go, so we're going to go ahead and run that. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to let that go for 3 more minutes.
There'll be a little al dente.
Yeah, well, as they sit, they'll continue to cook, too. That's the good thing about it. I try to always do my root vegetables at 20 minutes, even though the veggie setting.
I tried to do this.
The veggie setting on the air fryer says 10 minutes, but 10 minutes just doesn't do the job. 20 minutes is much better. And by the way, this is a caloric, K-A-L-O-R-I-K. The reason I got this, it was big enough to do what I wanted to do inside, and it fit under our light rail in our cabinet. So that was honestly the reason I got it, and it fits perfectly, and it works great.
You take measurements everywhere you go.
I do. I take measurements everywhere because when you got a kitchen like ours that's designed by a designer,
Stop it.
It's got to be just right, and it is just right. So at least it's right for us. All right, so let's plate, baby doll. We're going to use these fancy Neil Drummond Walmart plates. Well, that's the good china.
Pioneer Woman.
Yeah, Pioneer Woman china. We're going to get 4 medallions each. Let's try that. Those are about 1 ounce or 1.5 ounces. So that's going to be good. Also, get a little broccoli going on here. And that broccoli, I love good broccoli. And you know what? I didn't always, but I have learned. I went to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Atlanta with some friends of ours, and they had the, and it really just kind of turned me back on to broccoli once again. I was amazed at how good it was. Okay, we should hear the beep any second now. We're down to 1 minute. Love granite countertops. I can lay hot stuff on it, and it does not cause a problem. That is a real plus. All right, look how good those look. They're roasted. They're ready to roll. Oh, man, those look so good. I do not want to touch this with my bare hand. It is hotter than Hades. Is that a thing people say nowadays, hotter than Hades still?
I think so.
And I don't know what Hades is like. Don't want to know, but it's hot. Okay, so we're going to just mix that around, and that will coat all of those vegetables. And it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is Peri Peri pork tenderloin with steamed broccoli and roasted root vegetables. And doesn't that look good? Man, and you can have a lot of these veggies because they're awfully good for you. And that's garlic, beets, garlic, beets, turnips, rutabaga, onion, radishes, and just a few cherry tomatoes put in at the end. That's it, everybody. Just like the video, and I'll send you the recipes. You'll enjoy it. By the way, go to yellowhatdude.com and check out all the things we got available there. It'll either send you to travel, or it'll send you to the weight loss program or the health program. We can make it happen any way you want to. Bye, everybody.
Bye.